So I'm back in the car with it. Got a couple things to talk about. Some pressing things that I wanted to talk about, get off my chest. Um, Yesterday in my video, I addressed I addressed the Brown situation, so that I was done speculating. Unless something happened, I wasn't going to talk about them. Well, something relevant happened. Um, Russell Wilson ended up signing with the Giants, and I'm glad. I'm happy about it. Glad he's with the Giants. Glad I don't have to worry about that problem anymore. Very glad I don't have to worry about that problem anymore. Um, Shout out to him. Shout out to Jameis. Shout out to Russ. You know, you could tell by Jameis's contract the way that was structured, and how much money it was. It wasn't very much money at all. That was a backup contract. So this really shouldn't be surprising. Um, I wonder if Russ turned down the Browns or if the Browns turned down Russ. I don't think we'll ever know that information, but I'd be curious to know. Um, which brings me to my next point. If Atlanta doesn't want to get rid of Kirk Cousins for any reasonable price, I think the Browns have to go quarterback at 2. I think they have to. Because starting a season with Kenny Pickett as your starter seems untenable. It seems like, obviously, literally, it could happen, but just thinking about how this fan base goes about our business, the media, I don't think it's tenable for Kenny Pickett to be the starter going into the season. I really don't. So, and I don't think they want that either. But as far as veteran options, like Kirk Cousins is the only one that Kirk Cousins is under contract to the Atlanta Falcons. So I'm not sure what else can happen, what else they can do. But I think they just got to go Shador at 2. I believe the Browns are one of the only teams that do actually like him. I do believe that. I do think that they like Cam Ward more, but I don't think that means that they don't like Shador. I think they do also like Shador, and that they're one of the few teams that has the ability to take him, that likes him. So I think that for the Shador at 2 people, I think that bodes well. I think Russ going to New York bodes well for you. Next thing. Everybody's talking about the rumors of Dak Prescott going to the Cleveland Browns. So what do I think about it? The short answer is no. And the long answer is fuck no. So let me tell you why. It's not that I don't like Dak. It's not that Dak is a bad quarterback. I think Dak is a very good quarterback. I would actually enjoy having Dak Prescott as the Cleveland Browns quarterback. But contract-wise, money-wise, salary cap-wise, dead cap-wise, for everybody involved, it's just not tenable. It's not tenable. The Dallas Cowboys would be, like, we talk about cap hell a lot. The Dallas Cowboys would actually be in cap hell if they were to trade Dak Prescott. I believe Dak Prescott's extension just starts this year. So all that money that he signed for, I don't think it kicked in last year. I think it kicks in this year, and it's just not. It's just realistically, literally not an option. I would be happy about it. Like, I would not mind him being the quarterback, but it's just not something that really, honestly, could happen anytime in the near future. It's already, by the time this post, it's already been debunked. So I don't really need to talk about it much. It's not happening. It can't happen. So there's that. And then the last thing, LeBron on Pat McAfee. LeBron on Pat McAfee show. I'm so glad that he decided to do it. Talk about a range of things. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest you go watch it and go watch the whole thing. But I'm glad that he's able to speak his mind freely after 20 plus years of everyone and their mother being able to talk about him with impunity. And he can do what he wants. He's earned the right to do and say whatever he feels necessary. So I'm glad that he did it. To piggyback on that, there's a lot of people on Twitter asking, well, why didn't LeBron go on this podcast or that podcast, or why did he do this? Why did he go on McAfee? Why didn't he go on The Pivot? Why didn't he go on Melo's podcast? Why didn't he go on any one of these black athlete-led podcasts? Why didn't he go on Club 520? He's best friends with Draymond Green. Why didn't he go on the Draymond Green podcast to do this? And I think the answer is very simple. People are asking all these questions. Why didn't he do it on the black podcast? Why did he have to go to McAfee to do this? I think the answer is very simple. It's because fuck Stephen A. Smith. That's the reason. This is why he did it. He went to the Pat McAfee show specifically because Pat has beef with Stephen A. LeBron has beef with Stephen A. And this podcast is an ESPN property. Stephen A. Smith basically represents everything ESPN is as a whole. For better or for worse, Stephen A. Smith is ESPN. And Stephen A. Smith has been vocal about Pat McAfee signing the contracts that he signed and how he behaves and how he comports himself on his show. Stephen A. Smith has been vocal about that. Well, Pat hasn't really said shit, and LeBron took notice. LeBron wants to go on Pat McAfee. They both got beef with Stephen A., and that's really it. Get Pat McAfee the ratings, the views, the engagement, all of it. All of it. He's not going to go on First Take. That's going to help Stephen A. He's not going to go on any one of these other podcasts. Not going to go sit down with Shannon Sharp so Shannon Sharp could talk about God knows what. It's just not, like, it's pretty clear. Like, you guys talk about these things all the time, and I wonder, like, what are you guys doing that you talk about these things all the time, but you're not paying attention? You don't know the answers to these things. Like, like in real time, like, of course, this is about Stephen A. Like, this is about Stephen A. Like, I know we're 2025, big 2025. I know everything is about race, like, race is interconnected within everything, but this one, it's lit. Like, this is about Stephen A. It's not about him not going on The Pivot, not about him going on Melo's podcast. He talked about Melo within the interview. He's, as I said, it's one of my best friends. Like, no beef, no nothing. Like, this is beyond that. I, as LeBron James, have beef with Stephen A. Smith. I'm going to go to Stephen A. Smith's biggest competition on the same network that he is on and give an interview that literally any media member in the business would kill for. That's it. That's plain and simple what it is. So, if you can't see that, if you don't understand that, then it is what it is. But yeah, so, but yeah, I had to come get that off my chest real quick. So that's it. See you.